one of the, now we're talking about the best games you guys have played the other day. You talked about that today. Those kind of fit in that same category.
I thought offensively it may have been our best game. I thought we had a lot of really good at-bats throughout, and defensively played really well again, turned some double plays to help Tony out. Tony scuffled a little bit, and again, it's amazing to look at the box score, and he gave up 1 run and only gave up 4 hits, and he didn't have his best stuff. He kind of fought himself a little bit, but he's so competitive, and his stuff is so good that he can kind of overcome that.
In the 20 wins, too, and we talked about milestones yesterday, the 40 victories, only the 3rd time that the program has won 20 SEC games as well.
Yeah, we got a chance to set a record tomorrow to get to 21, and hearing it the other day, Dave Van Horn at Arkansas, who's one of the best coaches in our league and in the country, this year's the first time he's ever got to 20 wins in the SEC, ever in his career. And that just shows how tough it is to get to 20. 21-9 is going to win the SEC in most years. We got a chance to get to 21, and that's what our goal is. And if you would have told me before the season, hey, coach, you're going to be 21-9 in the SEC, I'm signing up 100% of the time. I think everybody else in the league would be too. So proud of him. We worked really hard. We got a chance to finish it off tomorrow.
This young man right over here to your left, 5 for 5 today, really kind of key things, and just how he's come on, what he's meant to this team this year as a grad transfer.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't know what to expect. We're getting a guy coming off an injury, he didn't play last year, and he started off a little bit slow, and just trying to get his timing back, and probably being the new guy, and being his last year, probably pressed a little bit early. I don't know if he'd admit that or not, but he was trying really hard early on, and he just finally relaxed and loosened up. And in the SEC, he's driving in a ton of runs, and he's been a clutch guy, and when we need a big hit, he's been the guy that's been getting it.
And I know before the season started, we spoke and we talked about the power for this team. And the last year's team hit 64 home runs. With home runs tonight, you've got 61 in 5 less games. That's kind of what you were talking about earlier. You thought would happen, and so far it has.
Yeah, I thought we'd just spread them out. I didn't think we'd have someone hit 19. I thought we'd have some guys hit 8, 9, 10, and that's what we've got. We've got 5 or 6 guys that are just doing that, and I felt like that the power would be spread out. I felt like our lineup could be really balanced, and I really like that lineup that we had in there tonight. Cheney Rogers, had a tough at bat when he didn't get the bunt down, but he comes up next time and gets a huge hit to drive a run in. Same thing with Patrick Sullivan. Doesn't get a run in when he's at third base. Next time he comes up and gets the RBI. So guys are picking themselves up. This lineup is really tough to pitch to.
And then with Tony, I saw there were a couple times where he was getting a little bit frustrated with calls out there. How did he kind of bounce back from that? What's everything interesting from him?
Well, that's Tony's biggest enemy is himself. He fights and fights and fights, and he gets really frustrated sometimes. But he's so competitive, he overcomes those things. So you just have to, just stick with him. And we started moving it around in the bullpen in the 3rd inning, and he settled in. I thought the 5th inning, we made a couple good defensive plays for him, but I thought his best inning was the 6th inning. So he probably could have gone another one, but we extended the lead a little bit. He was at 95 pitches. It was time to get him out, and I thought he really worked for that victory. I think that's 10, right? You got 10-1. That's 10 victories, and that's really hard to do.